Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari. 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 Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. 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 Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भगवताम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की. It's Gayatri time probably, or somebody's alarm. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter number 4 and shloka number 12. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaya. Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaya. Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaye. Sorry. Ye Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Ye Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Aso Parishayayam. Jivanti Natmartam Aso Parashrayayam. Jivanti Natmartam Aso Parashrayayam. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaye. Ye Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Asho Parashrayam. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaye. Ye Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Asho Parashrayam. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Anybody else would like to try? Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaye. Ye Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Asho Parashrayam. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Shivaya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaye. Ya Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Asho Parashrayam. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Shivasya Lokaya Bhutaye. Ye Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Asho Parashrayam. Mumucha Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Matajis? Shivasya Lokasya Bhavaya Bhutaye. Ya Uttama Shloka Parayana Janaha. Jivanti Natmartam Asho Parashrayam. Mumucho Nirvidya Kuta Kalevaram. Word to word translation. Shivaya, welfare. Lokasya, of all living beings. Bhavaya, for flourishing. Bhutaye, for economic development. A, one who is Uttama Shloka Parayana, devoted to the cause of the personality of Godhead. Janaha, men. Jivanti, do live. Na, but not. Atmartam, selfish interest. Aso, that. Parashrayam, shelter for others. Mumucha, give up. Nirvidya, being freed from all attachment. Kuta, for what reason? Kalevaram, mortal body. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Those who are devoted to the cause of personality of Godhead, live only for the welfare, development and happiness of others. They do not live for any selfish interest. So even though the Emperor Parikshit was free from all attachment to worldly possession, how could he give up his mortal body, which was shelter for others? Purport: Parikshit Maharaj was an ideal king and householder because he was a devotee of the personality of Godhead. A devotee of the Lord automatically has all good qualities, and the emperor was a typical example of this. Personally, he had no attachment for all the worldly opulences in his possession, but since he was king for all around welfare of his citizens, he was always busy in the welfare work of the public, not only for this life but also for the next. He would not allow slaughterhouses or killing of cows. He was not a foolish and partial administrator who could arrange for the protection of one living being and allow another to be killed. Because he was a devotee of the Lord, he knew perfectly well how to conduct his administration for everyone's happiness: men, animals, plants, and all living creatures. He was not selfishly interested. Selfishness is either self centered or self extended. He was neither. His interest was to please the supreme truth, personality of Godhead. The king is the representative of the Supreme Lord, and therefore the king's interest must be identical with that of Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord wants all living beings to be obedient to him and thereby become happy. Therefore, the king's interest is to guide all subjects back to the kingdom of God. Hence, the activities of the citizens should be so coordinated that they can at the end go back home, back to Godhead. Under the administration of a representative king, the kingdom is full of opulence. At that time, human beings need not eat animals. There are ample food, grains, milk, fruit and vegetables, so that the human beings as well as the animals can eat sumptuously and do to their heart's content. If all living beings are satisfied with food and shelter uh, and obey the prescribed rules, there cannot be any disturbance between one living being and another. I think this is our biggest problem, no? If all living beings are satisfied with food and shelter, we have a place to stay, we have prasadam to take, but we have problem with others. He's not doing this, she is not doing that, and obey the prescribed rules. We don't want to obey the rules, we want to break all the rules. There cannot be any disturbance between one living being and another. Emperor Parikshit was a worthy king, and therefore all were happy during his reign. It's a very nice purport at the end. We can meditate how we can implement this in our own lives. This will be a peace formula for living in the temples, Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadat Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे मुखम करोति वाचालम पंगम लंघयते गिरिम यत्कृपातमहं वंदे श्री गुरु दीनतारिणम. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for being here. We can discuss a little bit about Srimad Bhagavatam in the morning so that our day is set for maybe not sometimes so Krishna conscious journey we go through, but Srimad Bhagavatam is the anchor. We kind of read about these great personalities so that we implement them in our day-to-day life. How they reacted, how they don't react. Parikshit Maharaj is such a great exalted Vaishnava. Who is the conversation happening in the Bhagavatam now at the moment? 1.4th chapter, first canto. Who's the conversation happening between in the Bhagavatam? Parikshit Maharaj. We are talking about Parikshit Maharaj, but there is, you see, like first 3 chapters of the Srimad Bhagavatam, mostly it's conversation. It gives us the full essence of Bhagavatam from first chapter to 3rd chapter. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. He will come little bit later. So the conversation is happening between Suta Goswami and the sages of Naimisharanya. So they are, see, Suta Goswami heard the conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and who? How did Suta Goswami get this knowledge? No, not directly. No, Suta Goswami got this knowledge of Bhagavatam from attending the conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Sukadev Goswami. See, he is in the assembly. There was 60,000 saints assembled in Naimisharanya, and they were all asking, what is the ultimate benefit for the humanity? What should we do? Because we have done a yagya, we are ended up with smoke, we all got black, but there is no deeper realization. So we are doing something wrong. You please enlighten us. And that's when Suta Goswami comes into picture. He said, okay, Krishna has left the planet Earth. After Krishna has left this planet, now Parikshit Maharaj, he also has left. But there was a conversation between Sukadev Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. So that is where the churning point of Srimad Bhagavatam starts. But Bhagavatam is full of narrations, full of discussions. Samvad is called. Samvad means 2 exalted devotees come together. They talk about Harikatha. They talk about Krishna conscious philosophy. And then that becomes a guiding light for us. We use that. Oh yeah, Krishna and Arjuna Samvad. There is, there are different types of Vad. There is at least 4 or 5 types I read recently. There is, Vad, Vivad. Vad means argument, conversation. When it is fructifying, it is positive. If it is Vad means argument, it could be between 2. Vivad means I think something like one person is just arguing, try to win. There is 4 or 5 of them. I did not prepare on this one. So, but Samvad is the highest one. Means like Krishna and Arjuna's conversation. It's for eternal, you see. That is for the benefit of humanity, not for the benefit of just Arjuna. So this is again the conversation between the sages. Suta Goswami is the turning point where we get benefited. See, I was reading just now the second canto of Bhagavatam. Sukadev Goswami starts speaking in the second canto, but the first shloka he talks, you know, first point they make is what is the ultimate benefit for the humanity. See, in the purport, in the translation here, you know, they're talking about Maharaj Parikshit. They're talking about how he is being cursed to die. But even though, you see, like the Vaishnava, they are paradukka dukhi. They are they are called, they feel the pain of others as their own. Again, there is material one, there is spiritual one. Maharaj Parikshit was keeping material and spiritual together in the kingdom, right? In the purport it is written here, what was Maharaj Parikshit's role? He was making sure they are only not happy now. See, like whatever policies the government introduces, uh, we are making sure people eat well, sleep well, have, transport, have fuel. That is good. But you see, Parikshit Maharaj, it's explained here that what he is doing is not only making sure they get all the facilities, but also making sure there are no slaughterhouses. Because one, like you are my country fellow, you are my caste, you are my religion, you are my my blood relative. This is uh, something that as a leader Parikshit Maharaj was not uh, basing himself on to help living entities. No, when he started going around looking in his kingdom, he saw this one. There was one black color guy. He was wearing the king's robes. He was taking a stick and he was beating the bull. The bull was just standing on one leg. So immediately he takes his sword out to say, "How dare you? You can do this to a innocent animal like a bull." The cow was weeping next to. So Parikshit Maharaj was treating everybody with equal vision, not only human beings but also animals. So it's rare, difficult these days. It's this knowledge of paradukka dukhi, and you have to respect every living entity. Chanakya Pandit says, if you want to call yourself an educated person, you need to have three qualities. You need to see three things in the society. One is you should see somebody else's wife or any other woman as your mother, except your own wife. Number two, you are called educated. You have education. You are knowledgeable if you have these qualities. The second one, you have to see others' property as good as dust. We don't, I see somebody driving an expensive car, it's somebody else's, not mine. What is the other one? Anybody knows? There is three things to the living entities should be treated equally. There shouldn't be any envy. That's when we can claim ourselves that, oh, we are educated. Not learning, going to university, learning architecture, learning how to cook or how to build a house. This is good. This is material side. But education, real education starts with our behavior, our character. So this is the lacking thing in the society today. But again, Krishna is left to the spiritual world, but what did he do? Puranarko vidunotitaha. He has given us this very special book called, which book did he leave behind? Which is the very special book he left behind? Krishna is leaving to the spiritual world, but in the first canto. Thank you for coming, Deb, for the class. Srimad Bhagavatam. It's written, for the dark aged, people will be misguided, but Krishna is done a favor by what is he done? He has left is non-different from Krishna. We have to live it every day, read it, study it. We have to become scholars of Srimad Bhagavatam, because this is Krishna's special mercy on us. We can take full advantage by seeing who is Krishna, what is Krishna's relationship with us through these exalted devotees. Because if you see Maharaj Parikshit's story, Bijoy, somebody cursed you, you're going to die in 1 week, I'm cursing you. What will you do to this person?
What can I do? I can't change it.
You will say I don't think you will be like, thank you so much, you are so not kind to me, I'm bowing my. Will you do that? You're going to be sad, you're going to say something back, why did you do this to me, right? But Srimad Bhagavatam counteracts this, shows that there was a little Brahmana boy. He gets, the story, right? Like he was traveling in the forest, he was going around looking, what is my kingdom, what is everybody doing? And then he gets thirsty. He goes to the ashram of Samika Rishi. And then, he asked the king for help. The king didn't respond. Sorry, the sage didn't respond. So what did he do? What did he do to the sage who didn't respond? He was in deep meditation.
Yes.
Huh? No, Maharaj Parikshit didn't curse him. No, he didn't hit him. What did he do? Come on, everybody. You have to read Bhagavatam every day. We should have all these stories. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said Prahlad Maharaj's pastimes, Dhruva Maharaj's pastime. Some devotees read it 100 times. Mahaprabhu said, continue, more. So Bhagavatam should be like this on our fingertips. So what did he do to this sage? He took a dead snake, put it on around his neck, saying, you're behaving like, you're not hospitable enough. But you could see there is Krishna's plan here. Parikshit Maharaj is not such kind of arrogant king. He is a Devarshi. What is the meaning of a Devarshi? There is Rajarshi. Sorry, not Devarshi. Devarshi is Narada. What is Rajarshi? He is a Rajarshi. What is the meaning of Rajarshi?
King of all sages.
No, king of all sages. You did a literal translation there. No. Raja. Yeah, you have to come to Bhagavatam class every day. Yes, devotee who is a king. Rajarshi means he is guided by some morals, some scriptures, some sages. He is the representative of God. It's written here. King is considered the representative of God, but king doesn't feel I am the supreme controller. No, I am representing the supreme Lord. That means my behavior has to be 100%. 99% I look after the kingdom, 1% I will go and have a bottle of drink in the background. No, it doesn't work like that. The Rajarshi is the one, his life is centered on elevating everybody to God consciousness, helping people, chastising the bad people, supporting the saintly Brahmanical culture. This is Raja as a king. How many of you know what is the percentage a king gets in a kingdom when a sinful act is performed?
Percentage of what?
Sin. Percentage. There is a percentage. No, I read something different. So whatever sin we do in a kingdom, 1/6 goes to the king. The Papa. Good things also, like we all are chanting Hare Krishna. You think it's beneficial to the world? You chant Hare Krishna in the temple room or you do Harinam in the street. Do you think it's beneficial to the world? Yeah. For the trees also. Okay. What are the pramana? Can you please give us some evidence where or how you can prove this? Yeah, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Okay, only way for the Yuga, Kali Yuga is chanting of the holy name, but something more, please. Thank you. I was waiting for that one. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I was. Yeah, I think this is in Narsingha Purana, and Jananand Maharaj one time sent me one letter. In that he put this shloka. I memorized immediately. Japato Hari Namini Stani Sat Punadicha Atmancha Punati Uchchar Japan Stotran Punadichaha. It is explained that when you chant loudly, when the living entities who cannot walk, cannot speak, cannot chant, who hear this, like stones, like trees, they get benefited also. And then the person who chants gets 100 times more benefit. Right? Why did I ended up here? What was I talking about? Maharaj Parikshit? Yeah, so Rajarshi, right? 7 times, whatever we speak, whatever we say, it goes all around the planet. It is written, whatever it is. That means you chant Hare Krishna 1 times, Hare Krishna, it went around all the planet. So every living entity gets benefited. I heard from Keshav Maharaj one time, he said that Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, by his chanting, was holding the Kali Yuga back, advancing fast. Is holding it back. So all of us, when we chant Hare Krishna nicely, we also do this favor to the world. We slow down the process of Kali. So it's a great charity work what devotees do. It's not just, sometimes it's like you see a bull is working hard in the field. It's going and plowing. Our Goshala team knows more about it. But the cow, what does a cow do? Cow is just sitting there and eating grass, right? It doesn't do much. It's like, sometimes you get, brahmanas, devotees, they're just eating and sleeping in a temple, right? They don't do much. But you see the process, the bull is representative of dharma. Bull is working hard in the field, and the cow, see, it's like the sun, right? What does the sun do? Take the water from an ocean and through the clouds disperses the water where it is needed. That's how we grow crops. The same philosophy is with the cow. What does a cow do? Cow takes, what does a cow eat? Burgers and pizzas? What does a cow eat? Cow, you don't have to go take cow to a fine dining restaurant, do you, to get milk? Ramapriya Prabhu, have you ever cooked like 64 course or 56 meals for the cows? No, what does a cow do? He goes, eats grass, which is plentifully available. And what does it give? What do you do with milk? Butter. Look, anything you eat in the world, which is the most famous dish today, tell me what are the most famous dishes? Cheese. Lasagna. You call it in the world, anything you call it. And even they don't want to eat the cow product now. They say, let's do vegan cheese, and it has to taste like exactly the cheese made from the cow's milk, right? Look what is, how Krishna's creation works. Eating grass giving us the most nourishing thing, most nutritious thing. So the Brahmanas are the same. What is their role? We can talk about, we also hear this argument, even devotees, you guys eat plants, you pick coriander, you kill it, you take carrots. What do you say? You will say, why are you killing a pig, or why are you killing a cow to eat? We say that, right? Like, you don't have compassion, Prabhu, you don't do this. But they say, Right? You guys are eating plants. You are killing also. What will you answer?
They have different type of consciousness.
Different type. Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you. More. This guy is a science student, engineer. No, you're right. That's correct. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm saying that you come from an education background. I can see that. You said, Julian, please, yeah. Patram pushpam palam toyam. Krishna is saying, give me this. But still you're killing, huh? That's what people will say. You still, look, you're pulling a carrot. Poor carrot is sitting inside the ground happily, warm, nice and warm. It's actually right, because that's what, when you see, we are not worried about being a vegetarian or a meat eater. That is, of course, a devotee will never consider eating meat or anything. But Krishna is saying, Prabhupada, somebody approached, oh, Prabhupada is a vegetarian or something. Prabhupada said, so what? A monkey is a vegetarian also. Our goal is, it has to be offered to Krishna. It has to be, Krishna should like it. Krishna should enjoy it. That's when we are like eating, taking the remnants. Of course, we are not perfect at it. You're not looking a plate of prasad. We are seeing Krishna there, and tears are. Anybody, anything, anytime happened to any of us? Waiting for the pizza, looking at the pizza. As soon as it comes in your plate, this is Krishna in my plate. I am so grateful. Yeah, I don't care. I don't like the world. I just eat. Okay, that's a good start. We only eat what is offered. But if you see the advanced souls, even in our own movement, it's not different from Krishna for them. If you see the way Prabhupada was honoring prasadam by himself, no meetings, he's just like sitting on the floor, he's not doing anything else, he's like completely in a devotionally meditative mood. That's our goal. Of course, we are not there yet, as I said. For now, best thing what we could do, let's not eat outside bread, food which is cooked by non-devotees, as much as we can. Of course, we are not fanatics. When you're traveling, when you need to buy a piece of bread, what can you do? But as I said, it's depends on our own judgments, how we can see ourselves like in relationship with the food which is cooked by non-devotees. As much as we can, we should only take food which is cooked by devotees, and try to avoid eating outside. Even for journeys, most of the devotees travel with prasadam, so that can be part of our lifestyle. We don't compromise on that. um, yeah, this is the greatest advantage that the shastra gives us. What we do is, with the vegetarian, non-vegetarian, this is see, what we do is, as a devotee, we try to minimize our damage on earth. We try to, we don't say jivasya jivo jivanam, means one living entity is food for another living entity. Carrot is meant for devotees, potato is meant for devotees. It's not meant for tiger or a lion, right? There's a prescribed rule. But the damage, as devotees, as you know, if it's possible that we can walk from here to the guest house instead of taking our car, we try to do it if we can. If we are limping, broken leg, that's a different story. Some devotees walk from here to AKA. There was our Chal Prabhu walking all the way, coming, singing for deities, and he used to go back.
How do we deal with airplanes? Because airplanes is such a pressure on the environment.
Sorry, say again.
Aeroplanes.
Somebody said this to Prabhupada about planet Earth. How do you deal with it? This is certain things you cannot avoid. Whatever we can avoid, yes. Once a year, Prabhupada said we have to go to India, Mayapur or Vrindavan. Once a year we should do it. As I said, as much less we can try to damage, we can, but we don't go there.
We accept the world we live in.
Yeah.
We also have to understand that Bhumi Devi, she is eternal, and the human living entities on Earth, the human beings cannot actually negatively impact Bhumi Devi. She will give repercussion. She gives repercussion, landslides, floods. This is the good karma for those people. She was given as a reaction to whatever bad things we're doing, pollution and all these things. So We can't think of
Mother Bhumi, planet Earth. Yeah.
We can't think of her as materially influenced. She's not. She is our substance, but she is immune to our influence, and she will react as necessary. Same if you hurt a cow, the cow will kick. Same.
Yeah.
But I'm not especially speaking there about Mother Earth because I know she like fast because it's just taking flags and so on, creates like CO2, climate change.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
And that is killing people.
No, she's killing people because they're doing that.
No, because most of the people who are affected by climate change are the weakest who never take the plate.
No, I mean, whatever we do, there will be reactions, right? Whatever we do, but that's why we keep Krishna in the center. We only travel for Krishna's service, for Krishna's pleasure. You see, like Prabhupada, somebody, let's see from Acharya's point of view. Prabhupada was approached by devotees. I think he was worried about the plastic or something, that, oh, planet Earth has got so much we need to do. Can we focus there? Can we focus there? Can we do this? Can we do that? Prabhupada said, see, like, it's not your business, first of all. Not you. Anybody worried about it so much. Radha Govind Madhav ki jai, Krishna Balram ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai. The concept of trying to do something back is good, but Prabhupada said that one reset button by earth, everything is back to normal again. It's just like Sangeeta is given toys to play with. We know that it's not like full on reality. We know that, yeah, she's just having fun. For us, Krishna has created all these elements that we can fulfill our own desires. It's just that human being can live here, can do what he wants to do without Krishna. But as devotees, as I said, we try to minimize usage, whatever it can, whatever way we can. I see Jananand Maharaj going to the rubbish bin, picking up cauliflower heads, making a sabji out of it. For us it's rubbish, but for him, you see, like, the different ways of seeing things. But we as devotees, Parikshit Maharaj's example is, we try to utilize everything in Krishna's service, and then try, these three concepts come into picture. When you are a devotee, Madhyamadhikari, one is you are always connected to Krishna, so the deities. Number two, you are always developing relationships, friendships with the devotees who are equal, who are on our equal level. The other thing is, what is the third point? Any devotee will have to have these three things. One is connection to Krishna. Number two is friendship with the devotees. Anybody can guess what would be the third one? Devotional service we do to Krishna. That's how we connect with the deities, Krishna. It's in the translation. You cannot miss it. Yes, Jivadoy, Madhyamadhikari, Ishvara Tadadineshu. Sorry, I don't remember the full shloka. It is explained that a Madhyama devotee who is a second stage. There are stage 1, like Prabhupada is on number 1. Number 2 is advanced. They elevate themselves from number 3 to come to number 2. Number 2 position is by practice you come to this position. This is Madhyamadhikari. Madhyamadhikari's role, they are always compassionate to living entities who are non-devotional, who are not envious. Sorry, I'll explain. And they are connected to the deities in devotional service, as you said, Prabhu. And then the third one is they avoid the atheistic, envious people who are criticizing God, who are criticizing devotees. We try to keep our distance. This is the Madhyamadhikari's position. So there are do's and don'ts even there. Yeah, so this is such a good example for us from Maharaj Parikshit's life, how one should be dedicated oneself, even though he was, in the previous shloka it is written that, I think Harini did the shloka yesterday, that the kings of this planet were coming and bowing down to him and surrendering. He was so powerful. Just like somebody is trying to be Parikshit Maharaj now, one of the president of one of the countries in the world is trying to acquire more and more. But Parikshit Maharaj, you see, without even asking anybody, they were doing it because he was righteous. His goal was not my family, my bank balance. No. Atmajaya Sutagara Pashu Bandhuna Dravinshu. There is a shloka which explains Maharaj Parikshit, as soon as he heard he got cursed, he is going to die, he just left Atmajaya Sutagara, he just left all his belongings. Did you see that Parikshit Maharaj was going with entourage? He's meeting Shukadev Maharaj, Shukadev Goswami at the bank of Ganga. But did we see him carrying like a bed? Did anybody read? Maharaj Parikshit is going to listen 1 week of Harikatha, Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami. What did he do? Did he sort out, oh son, you take, what was his son's name? Takshak was the snake, right? What was the name of the son of Parikshit? Sorry, it's in my head, it's not coming out. Anyway, he did not sit with him, oh my dear son, you have this much money in the treasury, we have this much gold. Was he doing all of that? Actually, in the other sampradayas, I heard in a ISKCON devotee class, he was saying that the other sampradayas, the 4 sampradayas, one of them, they are saying that, oh, he's trying to go and hide Parikshit Maharaj. But in our sampradaya, no. He never even retaliated. He never even felt bad about it. All he was doing was, what next? What should I do? Oh, my dear sages, I got cursed to die in 1 week. Always a group of great saintly people guiding the king. This is the biggest protection. The saints are our, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained, saints are like a blind man. When he's walking, he has a stick. We as people, human, we are blind, we need a stick. What is the name of the stick? Durgame Patime Andasya Skana. Sorry, I don't get this loka. Durgame, this path is very difficult, but I have a rod. The rod which shows my way is the saintly people. So the saints are showing us the way. So Parikshit Maharaj was completely dependent on the saintly people. So they all suggested, now it's time for you to sit and listen Harikatha, complete absorption. How can we understand? Look, there is this man who went to the forest. He got hungry, he got thirsty, and he put a dead snake around the king. Now it's the same man for 1 week, no eating, no sleeping. What is he doing? How can we understand? What is this mystery here? Anybody can think about anything? He went to forest, he got hungry, he didn't get one meal or one drink one time, and then he is upset about it. 1 week. How can he tolerate? Hey, he didn't tolerate there. How is he going to tolerate for 1 week of full Harikatha? No eating, no sleeping. How can we understand? What is the mystery there? Anybody can decode the mystery for me, please? Very good. Something more?
Plus, when you know the time of death, then everything else is prioritized accordingly.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Something more? Something I heard from a devotee, so a senior devotee. Definitely in-depth answer there.
I don't really understand the question.
Okay, so Parikshit Maharaj, right? He went to the forest. Like he's the king. He's not yet at the banks of the Ganges. He went to the forest. He didn't get welcomed by the sage, right? And then he put a dead snake because he was not treated, he was not given water or food to eat. So he got upset. He did this act which he would never have done it normally. And then now, as soon as he heard he got cursed to die in 1 week's time. Now he's preparing to fast for 1 full week, and which he did. No eating, no sleeping, only thing he was doing was hear the Harikatha, like Bhagavatam. That's how we got the Bhagavatam, because
So in other words, why is he worrying about one meal when he can easily fast?
yeah, he has the potency to do it. Why he didn't do it at the first place? If he had controlled himself there, he wouldn't have got cursed, he wouldn't have died, he wouldn't be, you know.
God's plan.
Ah, very good. Thank you for that. You know, it is Krishna's plan that you see, like, it's the same Parikshit Maharaj. Let's go back. How did he take birth? Again, let's go back. All of you are correct, I'm not saying, but something I'm churning that all of you can start to put it in your head. Let's go back to his birth. What happened at his birth? What happened when he was in the womb of Uttara? Brahmastra. It was Brahmastra was directed towards the womb of Uttara. So Janmejay is the son of Parikshit. Sorry, I got the name Janmejay. So there is this Brahmastra coming to the womb of Uttara to kill, to finish the race of Pandavas. If Parikshit Maharaj was killed in the womb of Uttara, there is no hair left. Pandavas will not have a king who is going to take the position of ruler. Right? So, Krishna protected. Krishna went in the, he was already actually like almost dead. Krishna goes inside the stomach of Uttara, in the form of what? That's why he gets the name Parikshit. Parikshit comes from the word Pariksha. Pariksha means test. When Krishna entered the womb of Uttara to protect, he saw Krishna in the stomach of Uttara. Maharaj Parikshit. He took the Krishna's darshan, and now when he comes out, he's always looking. Is this the same person? Somebody saved me in the stomach of my mother. Is this person? Is this the person? But Krishna is already gone. He won't be seeing Krishna anymore. So that's why he got the name Parikshit. He was looking for Krishna everywhere. He takes, I heard, there was like a thumb, size of a thumb, that he could go in the heart, in the Uttara stomach. There is a detail, I don't remember exactly, I didn't prepare for it. So this form of Krishna has given darshan to Parikshit and saved him in the stomach. This is Paramatma basically. But Krishna can take the form of Bhagavan as a person and be with you and be within you as Paramatma. That's what he takes, the Paramatma form, just to give him his life back. It's again the death of Parikshit Maharaj. See, he has protected him that he can be the king, he can continue the progeny. Krishna is the protector. Again, let's go back. Everything is working on Krishna's plan, not Parikshit's plan. But Parikshit, as a king, as a Devarshi, he is completely surrendered to the plan of Krishna. So the protection happened in the womb, the death is happening right now. But why is Krishna not protecting? Right? He went in the womb, he protected Parikshit. Why is he not protecting now? He could have corrected, he could have counter cursed. Krishna could have taken out the curse.
Because the curse of a sadhu is ultimately always a boon.
Okay, very good. That's a good point. Something more?
He just wants to have the story narrated. So
you're right. That's the answer, actually. That's the answer. See, the death of Parikshit Maharaj, pure devotees will never die. They're just doing their pastimes just like Krishna is doing it. He's just come down to participate in Krishna's pastime. But this so-called death of Parikshit Maharaj has given rise to what? Srimad Bhagavatam. So, a pure devotee is always working on the will of the Lord, not our own will. Yes, Namasha, you put your hand. Counter curse, yes. Yes. He could have counter cursed, he could have got away, he could have gone back to the sage himself, Samika Rishi, and he could have, the Shringi was the boy who cursed. He didn't try. But if you read this I think it's 17th chapter or 19th chapter, first canto, he's going back to his kingdom and he's cursing himself. He's desiring. How many of us will desire, let my kingdom be burned down, let me get punished immediately? When we do something wrong, do we desire something like that? This is a Vaishnava. Let me be punished now. Let's compare him to Indra. He does something wrong. Krishna, you have to forgive me. I'm asking you forgiveness. But don't punish me, okay? This is us sometimes. Huh? Prabhu, I'm telling you, sorry. Don't do anything to me, okay? After. Don't talk about me anymore.
Someone told me that's the difference between apologizing and asking for forgiveness. Because apologizing is not asking. You're just telling them, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Being forgiven for it.
Yeah. But this is the advanced devotee that is desiring. Let me be punished. Let my kingdom be burned down. If you read the shloka, I was reading it recently. Wow, this is harsh on himself, and he's a king. But his goal is what? Whatever Krishna desires. When he heard that, there is this Shringi cursed you that you're going to die in 1 week, as I said, immediately his preparation was, what should I do now? What subject matter I should be hearing? It's not about dealing with how much money I'm going to give to my son or daughter, or all those kind of things were not in his frame. It's like immediately. Imagine even the next step. Look, he goes to the Ganges. There was no WhatsApp group, there was no meetings, nothing. All the sages all over the universe got the message. Now it's time. Shukadev Maharaj is going to speak the philosophy to Parikshit Maharaj. It's time. All of you should come. This is internal WhatsApp. No groups, nothing, but it works.
The question: how Parikshit Maharaj can desire to burn kingdom? What about all this?
No, I mean he's not talking about people. He's talking about his riches, his wealth, his own lifestyle. Yeah. He's not gonna desire that. When I go down, let my whole kingdom go down. No. He's only desiring welfare of the citizen. In the translation, it's written that even you see, like I'll read the translation one time. You will get an idea. His life is just caring for his citizens. Those who are devoted to the cause of personality of Godhead live only for the welfare, development, and happiness of others. That's his subjects. That's the people in the kingdom. They do not live for selfish interest. So even though the Emperor Parikshit was free from all attachment to worldly possessions, how could he give up his mortal body, which was shelter for others? You see, like when his death was imminent, he is not worried about his own self protecting. His concern is, my body is giving protection to the citizens. The Kali was checked by him. He said, like, you cannot enter as long as I'm here, because he knows the people don't have that power to counteract Kali, power of Kali. You have a question? Okay, I see you have. I thought you raised your hand. Okay, anything else? I think we covered the time.
Prabhuji, you were mentioning bull and cow. You said bull is dharma.
Yeah.
What is then cow?
Is Vedas, mother is considered cow. Cow is our mother, one of the 7 mothers. Prabhupada explained there are 7 mothers. Prabhupada gave a talk in France to one of the Saint Francis, one of the famous. There is in Paris. Prabhupada's conversation. He's a Christian Catholic priest. I forgot his name. Prabhupada explains there that there are 7 mothers, but yeah, it's in the Shastra.
In the beginning, you spoke about this and that in the verse at the end of the verse. You spoke about prescribed rules.
Yeah.
I think the emphasis not just on the rules, but more on what's prescribed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted you to say.
Yeah, you see, prescribed means itself, it says it is given to us by somebody,
Yeah.
right?
So
It's
not the temple's rules, but
no. Even we are all under certain rules to, not that, of course, the rules are made that devotionally we all can serve, not to make somebody's life difficult or, it's a prescription given so that we all can be like going on the street with a car on the right side. In France it's okay, but you do it in the UK, it's a problem, right? Like prescription is given to us for our own well-being. But sometimes, as you know, we are all rebels. We want to rebel against the system. We naturally have it because that's why we are here in the material world. But we can have Nirmat Sarata is a very important thing. When we have one pointed goal, somebody like Jananand Maharaj, his goal is not to get something from Vijay Gauranga, if I please you, I'll get some money. But we all agree on that point. That is the standpoint we all like, oh, somebody is following it, we follow one after the other. Namacharya, and I follow Maharaj, you follow me. It's like a train. But of course, there will be some, like me and Namacharya are not on the level of Maharaj. You know what I mean? There will be some kind of yeah. We have to work on
I mean, we have temple rules, we have the material rules and the outside
Sure.
world, but we've also got these rules from
Yes.
scriptures,
Yes.
which are higher.
Yes.
And I think in the beginning you were trying to say we have to try to follow rules, but more emphasis on the prescribed rules from the scriptures or more on temple rules. I don't want to be too complicated.
Yeah. See, there are temple can set certain rules according to based on the scriptures. Like there are certain rules that Manu Samhita, you cannot implement it today. Hari Bhakti Vilas, you cannot implement it, it's for India. There are certain scriptures, but that's why what we do is Acharya comes, he simplifies it. He makes it relevant for today. Only Acharya can do it, not you, not me. Nobody can change these rules. Originally, there was 64 rounds when Prabhupada came to US. You see, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prescribed 64. You could say, hey, you guys are cheating in ISKCON. No, see, Prabhupada simplifies it for us. And then we as a temple, that's why we follow what Prabhupada has established according to, he knows Chaitanya Charitamrita, he knows Bhagavatam, he knows all of this. But you see, like in none of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will see a Mataji doing deity worship. Doesn't exist. Can we implement it now? But according to Srila Prabhupada, yes. We can implement it, that a Mataji we can change it, but Prabhupada wanted it. Matajis can go and do deity worship. Fine, we accept it. As I said, we don't, that's what the GBC's role is, that they make sure that we don't implement some of our own rules. How I feel, how my wife feels, Sangeeta don't like it, I'll change the rules, No, we are all obliged. Then that's why yearly we all meet with our leaders, and then we are all on the line.
I know, I mean, there's many rules and regulations that can be openly misinterpreted.
Sure. That's why there are, we read this Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. Sadhu means you have saintly people who guide you. That's the Acharya's position. Shastra means you follow the scriptures. And then you have a Guru who guides you. Three should be in line, whatever we are doing.
Yeah, and we should have the right intent. So maybe it won't always work, but at least we have the right intention.
Yeah, sure. I agree. That's what, when we present scenarios which are difficult to Maharaj, he sees the intent of the person, he says, okay, we make an exception there. Like there is nobody to cook for Krishna. Now there's literally nobody. I see Pankaj, you chant 16 rounds, right? There's nobody, I'm just saying, give you the scenario. Krishna is not going to get lunch. Pankaj, can we do something about it? Exception. Once in a year, not every day. Yeah. We are not like, India, we have 1,000 pujaris, it's a different scenario, but we are who we are. We are handful. We try our best, but which is better, have high set of rules that you cannot reach, and devotees burn out, and devotees are like, Vishesha can tell you more about it. Vishesha always talks about it. They didn't want to put down the standard. I think they were doing all 6 offerings, and they were doing all the, but they realized themselves, Vishesha herself tells that at one stage we realized we're just burning out devotees. Devotees cannot keep up with this pace, every single day, like samosas for lunch every day. Now we're like, okay, just simplify it, standard, what we can do. India, as I said, if you have 6 pujaris cooking a Rajboga, that's a different story, right? For us, it's like just do it, one pujari, one helper, even the helper has to be first initiated, this? I read Prabhupada's. You cannot have even a non-initiated devotee in the kitchen, but we are not.
Prabhuji, when you said in India there are 6 pujaris,
No, I mean,
I mean like when here there are less people, and so people say there is more mercy. So is this an interpretation, or some acharya has said something about this?
no, Prabhupada has started this preaching movement in the West, as you could see yourself, in common sense, like, India has a lot of devotees. India is like doing well, spiritually and materially speaking. In the West, look, many temples are struggling. Of course, you get the mercy extra. Where, like, say your parent, say, your parents have 2 children. One is settled in the US, doing well, having all the material opulence. The other one is struggling. Your parents will try to, this guy is struggling, I have 1,000 rupees with me, let me give it to the guy who's struggling, right? So Krishna is the same, taking that position. Okay, you are doing, Krishna only sees the intent in the heart. Of course, Krishna is not partial to anybody. Krishna gives the same to you, to everybody, whoever is doing devotional service. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. As you surrender to me, I will reward you accordingly. But of course, you get more in the West, definitely. That's why we don't run away back to India. Maharaj Jananand Maharaj told me that don't go to India. There is so many devotees there. We need you in the West. I'm like, simple. Should help as much as we can for the Western preaching. It's a difficult ball game. We were contemplating. Maharaj was saying we should go to Chowpatty or you should go to Bhaktivedanta. At one stage he said, "Nah, they don't. Nobody needs you in India. They have so many already there. You should just serve in the West."
Someone told me in Mayapur devotees get like 6 months off, like 2 months. It's all. This will make me mad actually.
No, it's as I said. What is your goal? To get holidays? To go back to Krishna? To become like Parikshit Maharaj? You get cursed or you get happiness. I'm thanking Krishna. That's where we want to be. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. What is 6 days, 6 hours? What is all this for? We want to get closer to Krishna. We want to please Krishna. We want to please Guru. Best we can do the best we can. What it's like my Guru Maharaj. He has disciples in New Zealand, Australia. He can live in Vrindavan, his favorite place. He can get a house built by his disciple in New Zealand or Australia. He has got the best of the best facilities. Why is he not there? He's born in England. He joined at the Soho temple. They just bought it back. He was a treasurer at the manor. Why is he not there? Right? Something to question. So we follow the lead again. Why was Prabhupada leaving Vrindavan and coming? Going around the globe 14 times. Why my spiritual master is not in Australia, New Zealand, where winter doesn't exist? Soho temple, he can go on Sankirtan every day.
They want to benefit human society.
There you go. That's the answer. Yes. France, I heard nobody wanted to come. He dared to come. And he stayed. Nobody wanted to come, I heard. No Swamis wanted to come. But Maharaj, I know him. His heart is where there is need, he will go. So we as disciples, we are the followers. We don't complain. Why am I not getting my food on time? Why am I not? I see this Maharaj, he never eats on time. 4 p.m. lunch, that's it. Breakfast. Nothing to complain. Just look at his lifestyle. He's 75 on the street every day, December month. Want to hide in December. Yes, Julia.
The question, is there a reason why we eat 3 times a day?
Best is we should, there is a saying, I'll tell you something. We should only eat one good meal, to be honest. If you're working, Baladev, you have exceptions also. Once is a yogi, twice is a bogi, thrice is a rogi. You heard this? You eat one time, you're a yogi. You eat anytime, one meal. You go to Vrindavan, you study these devotees who are very serious about the sadhana. They eat like once. And then, the one who eats twice becomes bogi, means you enjoy the meals. What is the third one? You eat the third meal, you become a rogi. Means you're sick. You just, we have to, you see, there is a different scenario also. We have woofers, we have to make sure everybody gets. There are some devotees who work hard, We just don't eat because it's available there. Yeah, they put it out, yeah, they have nothing to do. But we have to have some, many temples do only twice, 2 meals. They don't do 3 meals. But
And the evening milk.
yeah. In Radhadesh, you see, when we were there, I know Radhadesh, you go now, Melos is different. They don't have dinner, just Maha comes out. But most of the devotees live in their own houses. See, here we are having guests together. In the guests who rent the guest house, stay in the guest house in Radhadesh, they go and take prasadam at the restaurant. They can buy their meals. See, here it's like, we discuss, we had many discussions about it, but it comes, okay, let devotees eat. It's
Volunteers there as well.
not many, 1 or 2 maximum. They don't take. They have challenges with the guest house. They don't have so much space.
It's just, also to improve night sleep and so on, it's better to eat, especially in the evening.
Yeah, we discussed about that also. Have breakfast at 9 and 4 again. There are construction workers like Govinda. They come. They are already on the push with the work. So it's like, as I said, it's not just brahmacharis. Brahmacharis, we're dealing with workers. We're dealing with woofers. We're dealing with hungry devotees. So best. As I said, we ourselves have to judge. I'll be honest. I've been eating 2 meals. I feel good. I stopped taking the third meal. The more we eat, the more we want to rest, the more the mind is. But again, we have to judge what we need.
At any point of level, it's better. Like, you can eat more on quantity once in the 2 weeks.
Depends what we need.
Because it's a lot also of time.
Yeah.
Doing dishes and so
Yeah. Tell me all about it.
I don't want to promote, but in Shivananda it's like
2 meals, yeah.
6 and
ISKCON, most of the temples do 2. 4 o'clock is the second meal. As I said, we are still rebuilding ISKCON New Mayapur. That's where we are at.
Yeah.
We want Krishna to help us. Krishna, what is your because there was no dinner before for Krishna, and we were doing dinner for devotees. We feel bad. We put dinner for Krishna now, and then we are struggling with it. That I see that even some devotees cautiously eat only, like Namacharya. I see that some devotees eat only like 2 meals. They go to bed, take milk, and we have to be like serious ourselves.
But it's easier when there is a standard for me.
I
It's
understand.
easier because
I understand.
have the temptation to still
Eat, yeah.
Yeah, but this is where this is the cure, because when you understand that the urges start with the tongue,
Yeah.
with the speech and with the eating, all
Yeah.
the urges start with the tongue, with the speech and the eating, and you
Yeah.
have to replace the eating with something else.
Chanting.
And you have to practice it until you get
Or
there.
we can do like a class.
Yeah.
Not a class, but maybe readings like in Radhadesh every evening they read